So I wanted to learn the basics of Portuguese for my trip to Lisbon and Porto. But the problem was, all the language learning apps seem to only offer Brazilian Portuguese. And if you don't know, Brazilian Portuguese and European Portuguese have quite a different pronunciation, almost like American English and British English. And I wanted to speak the language of the Portuguese. I wanted to speak how the Portuguese spoke. I didn't want to learn Brazilian Portuguese. I wanted to speak the language of the nation. And that's what I like doing when I travel, is the language of the people, the local language. I want to learn the basics of their language when I go there traveling. So when I can order things in their language, it's so satisfying and it's a better travel experience. People love it, etc. So I've got a couple of language learning apps I use. One's Duolingo, everyone knows that one. There's one called Babbel, but they both offer you Brazilian Portuguese. I didn't want to learn that. But there's one app called Memrise, which isn't too bad, and they offer both. So I'm thinking, brilliant, both. So I learn European Portuguese, I learn its pronunciation and some of its grammar, just the basics. I don't speak Portuguese, but I can order in Portuguese, have a quick basic, how are you? Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Can I ask for the toilet or the bill, whatever, in Portuguese, European Portuguese. So I'll give you a quick demonstration of the differences in pronunciation. So, for example, say good evening or good afternoon is boa tarde. So the last syllable, is dropped to a schwa, which is the sound. Boa tarde, not tarde, it's dropped to boa tarde, completely dropped. But the Brazilian pronunciation, the E at the end actually is pronounced as E, so it goes to boa tarde, and then the D, the D goes to a J, boa tarde, boa noite, boa noite. It's a different sound and it's all just personal preference if you prefer Brazilian or European, but I've got more of a pull towards European Portuguese. So here I am in Lisbon.
Right, so it's about 6:30, about 7ish. I'll go and find something to eat now. Hungry. So I've always done the kind of lazy option and had food at the hostel. We have this big table and all these travellers sit around this big table. I do like doing that because I get to talk to a lot of different people, but today, as I don't really have time, so I'm going to do a boat tour later, I've got to go and find somewhere to eat. So let's try and do this in Portuguese. Brunch, mil sabores. See what we got. Yeah. Olá. Uma mesa para sua. Try. Obrigado. Olá. Para mim, wrap de salmão fumado.
Ok.
Por favor.
Salmão fumado, right?
Beber uma garrafa de água com gás.
Com gás, ok.
Com gás.
Gelo e limão?
Limão? Por favor.
Okay.
Sim.
Obrigado.
Obrigado. That's a poor attempt at speaking Portuguese, but I've only just started recently learning Portuguese. But the fact I was making the effort, she kind of gave me a bit more of a smile, like, oh, okay, it's nice, yeah. Pedras salgadas. So in Portuguese, or at least in Portuguese, the S is pronounced as sh. I made that mistake earlier by saying gas instead of gash when I was ordering the drink. So I've ordered something of salmon wraps. I don't think that's the most Portuguese thing in the world, but I'm not really too fast, I'm hungry, so here we are. Just got given this. Look at that. Look at that. Proper. Sì, sì. Posso pedir caffè espresso?
Café curtinho, normal?
Normal.
Normal, tá bem.
Por favor. Obrigado. Depois, posso pagar?
Sim.
Ou conta?
Sim, foi 3 euros.
So, yeah, it all went well, but off camera. It was like, prazer, etc. And then towards the end, I accidentally said, hola, instead of adeus. Ah, it's brilliant. He's funny.
As you can see in this clip, I just spoke very basic Portuguese, but mission accomplished. I went to Portugal, I spoke Portuguese, European Portuguese, and I got by without English. That's the aim, is to not use English. Especially as most places you go, if you stutter a language, you stutter a word, you make a mistake, they'll just respond in English, which can be quite annoying. No, I don't want to speak English, I am English. When you speak, something happens and you say it wrong. You make it's like a grammatical mistake or something, but that's just all part of it. So it was mission successful, but it was mission successful. Portugal, I spoke Portuguese in Portugal, and it just made my experience a lot more fun. So when you go to a country next, learn the local language, speak to them, or ask for the bill, ask for food, drink, directions, whatever in the local language. It makes traveling much more exciting, trust me.